Hey guys, thanks for joining me again today. So today I'm going to be mowing my backyard. I've already mowed it once, but I always prefer to do a double cut on any area of the lawn I cut. I just think it gives it a crisper and cleaner look. No matter how good a cut your mower gives, I always think a double cut looks the best. So I've already done one cut on it, and right now I want to show you how you should never mow, keyword is never mow, a steep slope like I have here in my backyard. If you don't know, this slope is 24 degrees, and like I said, I'm going to show you in this video how you should not ever mow a slope like I'm about to do. Alright guys, so today is the following day after I mowed the backyard. I wasn't able to get everything recorded yesterday just because I had some other things I needed to get done before the day was over. So I just wanted to reiterate again, mowing up and down on a hill with a push mower is not what you want to do. This is very dangerous to do this. I was merely doing this for your viewing pleasure, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is rather difficult, and I definitely would not be able to do that up and down without wearing cleats. That allows me to be, give me some more traction and be a little bit safer. Now, if you do have a tractor or a riding lawnmower, typically I think they recommend going up and down on a hill, because if you're going side to side, you have more of a tendency to potentially flip on a tractor due to its center of gravity and all those types of things. But with a push mower or a self-propelled mower, you want to go side to side or maybe on a little bit of an angle. But before we go, I just wanted to show you some of the problem areas that I'm having in my backyard. Typically they show up this time of year because of all the shade, it being a slope. It's just the problems I deal with on this slope with all the shade. So I just wanted to show you those areas real quick before we end this video. So if you guys remember, this is an area last year that had two big bare spots that died off. I did a lot of seeding in this particular area last year. It did fairly well this year. It stayed filled in. As you can see, there are some bare areas, and in general this whole corner right here is very thin. And then all along the side of the hill right here is also very thin, and that's predominantly because this is where the mower is turning around to go back across the yard. So just a little bit more wear and tear from the mower. And then it's thin up here. There's a bare spot here. So again, right along this wall right here is kind of getting a little thin. And this area right here is also a typical problem area I have every year. This is more filled in than it's ever been, but it still needs some work come fall. And this thinning comes all around down in here. And if you remember, this is an area that was completely bare last year that I seeded. There's still quite a bit of grass in here, but it has definitely thinned out over this year. So we started over there, and this is the opposite corner. This area again is very thin. It's more full than it's been since I've lived here, but it's still very thin, bare spots. And this is an area that I get a lot of washout coming from downspouts and whatever there's just a lot of water that runs through this area. So this area right here would probably be an area that would be good to put a garden bed in, and just not try to grow grass, because it does get quite a bit of shade in this particular area. I know there's sunlight there, but that sunlight is not there for that long. So this would probably be a good area to put a garden bed for the corner, but I just don't really want to put a garden bed in here at that time. That's just another battle to try to keep you know, mulch or rock in that area. Rock would probably be the best solution in a corner like this on a slope, but again, I'm just not willing and wanting to do that at the moment. So here is the bottom of the hill. As you can see, it kind of comes down and then it gets a little bit more steep right here. This area is extremely hard to use the mower. I typically always have to use the string trimmer or the whippersnipper to clean this area up. And this is typically another area that gets relatively thin and is usually not nearly as thick as the center part of the yard. So that's really what's going on with the backyard. If you can see, a lot of the problem areas are, you know, around the perimeter of the backyard, and that's due to, you know, either A, the lawnmower turning back and forth, and B, I think this is the biggest issue, is there's the perimeter of the yard typically gets the most shade from all the trees that surround my yard. So those are going to be the areas that thin out the first, way before the center of the yard, because the center of the yard is actually doing very well, as you can see behind me. So if you remember, I've mentioned in earlier videos that my backyard is going to be something that I'm going to always have to probably overseed every fall to correct those spots that thin out over the summer. And one of the things that I'm probably going to end up doing this fall as well, since I do live on a hill and it's going to be really easy for seed to wash away, some of these bigger bare spots, I'm probably going to get some pieces of sod and just blot the sod right in there, cut that ground out there, put the sod in, and then overseed in the spots that are just thin. Rather than putting sod in those areas, I'll just overseed. That's kind of the strategy I'm going to kind of do this year in the fall, is overseed the entire lawn, and then maybe use pieces of sod in some of those bigger empty or bare spots, just because you know, living on a hill, you're going to have more of a tendency to have seed wash out in those bare spots more so than you would if you just overseed a lawn that has established turf there. So that's kind of my plan this fall. Overall, again, I'm pretty satisfied with how things are going, and you know, there's not much I can do living on a hill. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out some of my other videos. If you do like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments below, subscribe to my channel, and share my channel with anybody that you know that loves lawn care or just needs some help with lawn care. I love to try to help out when I can. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Ben the Lawn Guardian, and I'll see you in the next video.